An unbelievable stench hangs in this dreary space. The aroma is intensified by an extreme heat coming from the far side of the room. These are more of Tharn's followers, blocking the way to the locked exit. A magical key crafted from a dragon's scale lies in a large mound of filth. But if the dragons are defeated too soon, the key will be lost with them. Time is running out before the door locks for eternity. And we have found our first dragon, playing in a pile of trash. Okay, so first things first, as it was noted by one of my eagle eye viewers, Cinderelle could have cut the corner here, right? So I'm spending 3 fatigue. She only needed to spend 2. So I'm gonna take one back because I think I'm gonna need it. Okay, so this tile is called Trash Heap. And I've read it a couple of times, and I think I understand what's happening here. But let me show you how I interpret this. All right, easy stuff first. Okay, each attack our monster performs is going to gain an extra health for every search token still here. Okay, so automatically this dragon is hitting us for 3. Okay, so clearly we want to get rid of these search tokens. But there's more. All right, in order to do that. Okay, we must get next to the search, next to the tokens, and then take a search action. And we're going to test our lore or knowledge or book knowledge. Luckily, the good old widow has a nice high lore of 4. Okay, if she fails, we don't get the search card. We become diseased, and one of these tokens gets removed. Great, right? Because every time we remove one, this little dragon becomes less deadly to us. Okay, but here's where it gets interesting. If there are no search tokens on the trash heap, we get to refresh fate, which is fabulous, and discard this exploration card. All right, so once we do 3 searches, whether or not we find anything, right, even if we fail, we're going to discard these tokens. 3 searches, refresh fate, discard this card. But here's where it gets tricky. If we manage to kill this shadow dragon, all right, we have to advance doom by 1 and discard this card. So the way I'm reading it is, we don't want to come in here, I would say guns blazing, but I guess it's more like arcane bolts firing. Because if we kill this shadow dragon too quickly, all right, doom will advance. We're going to lose this card. All right. What we want to do, if I'm reading this correctly, is to search these tokens, try and leave the dragon alive as long as possible. Okay, so that we discard this card because we completed the search. We don't want to discard this card because we defeated the dragon. Okay. The last thing, of course, remember, is this overlord phase. If we're going to be spending a lot of time in this room, as I think we are, running away from this dragon and madly searching this trash heap, we're going to be hitting this overlord timer. This is what's interesting. This overlord timer says every time we make it to 2, we're going to advance fate, but we're not going to discard this card, right? So once we hit 2 fatigue tokens, we're going to advance fate and clear the board and keep going on this card, adding fatigue tokens, advancing fate. Now that's not going to be a problem if, remember, we do this. If we manage to search all of the tokens, we get to refresh fate. So even though fate is going to be falling as we keep hitting this timer, if we manage to get the search tokens out before we kill the dragon, we're going to be able to refresh fate, push it all the way back. Okay, so that's how I read this card. Like I said, this is my first time running through. Maybe I'm interpreting this wrong. If I am, please let me know. But my plan is going to be hold off this, try and survive this dragon for as long as we can. We're going to have to clear out these search tokens, right? Now, once we do that, it's not like this dragon magically disappears, okay? This dragon is still going to be hanging in this room. We're then going to have to kill the dragon, open the door, and trigger the next room, like, all at once. So things are going to get crazy fast. Now, with that in mind, if I remember correctly, we ended on Cinderella's turn. She was the last of our heroes to go. She opened the door, which means we're going to start this room on the Overlord phase, which is so rough because, man, right away, we hit 1 on that timer, right? Fate won't activate. We have an active exploration card, but that means we're going to move straight into monster activation. So this little shadow dragon, it gets to hit first. Ouch. Right, monster activation time, and all we have, of course, is a shadow dragon. There's a little bit of special text. If the Throne of the Fallen is the current encounter, it's not. Wow, this dragon gets a lot tougher. Okay, Throne of the Fallen. Last card, remember, I think our zombies got powered up if we were in the Throne of the Fallen. This makes me think that might be our final encounter. Sounds particularly nasty. All right, so let's see. What is our little shadow dragon going to do? Engage the hero who is closest to an objective token. All right, I'm going to assume here that these search tokens are our objective tokens. So let's see. That would be Cinderella. Attack. Oh, sorry. Engage. Engage is move. Right. So dragon shrinks down to 1 square, means he's standing here. And he has a movement of 3. So I'm going to say he just walks straight ahead, right? 1, 2, 3. And, oh my goodness, correct me if I'm wrong, when you expand your figure again, he just has to occupy this square. All right. So when I expand him, I guess if I put him here, that would be adjacent. Would you buy that? I think so. I think so. I guess technically I could put him here, here, or here, but I kind of like the way that looks. All right. So I'm going to go for that. Just because I find it visually appealing. Okay, right. That is a scary sight. And attack. Okay. Okay, sorry, Cinderella. This one's going to hit you. And he's going to attack. He is a blue and red. And we're going to roll 1 little defense, luckily. All right. He does have his shield up. Okay. So we have a chance here. Here it comes. Oh, and a miss. A swing and a miss. Oh, you can't see that. Seriously, not joking. Awesome. Okay. We survived the first round of the Shadow Dragon. Awesome. Okay. Great. We can discard that. And monster activation is finished. We're back to our heroes. Okay, so let me think for a minute here because here's my fear, okay? If this Shadow Dragon blocks the entrance to this room, okay, we're not going to be able to get in and hit these search tokens. We're going to be forced to kill the Shadow Dragon and then go through the trash heap. And remember, if we do that, doom goes up, fate goes crazy, and all sorts of havoc breaks loose. So I really need on this first hero activation to make sure I get all of my heroes in the room, except maybe for Cinderella. I might leave her standing in the door. I might regret that. Oh, I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll activate her last. But I know I definitely want the Widow and Ash to hoof it around the corner here and get in this room. And what I'm going to start with is I'm going to actually start on the Shadow Dragon. And I'm going to do my darndest to whittle it down because it's sitting at, oh, is that for real? 9 health with 2 defense die. So this is going to take a while. So I want to get the Shadow Dragon nice and low and then clean up these search tokens so that when I have to explore into my new area, I'll be able just to take this Shadow Dragon out sort of as I'm leaving the room. So I think for starters, let's start by trying to whittle down this Shadow Dragon a little bit. We'll see. Maybe this is too tough, and I'm just going to have to ignore the dragon, search, and take the hit on the doom track. But let's see what we can do. All right, let me think. Okay, I think I'm going to try and get Ash in here first. She is still diseased, so let's start by testing her lore. We really got to get rid of this disease because I got no surges as long as that thing is active. And that's going to prove problematic here. Ah, geez, no luck. No luck. I should have picked up Cure Disease with her. That was a mistake. Okay, so if you're playing this expansion and you're playing the healer, pick up Cure Disease. Pick up, get rid of a condition. It will serve you well. So she's still diseased. That her zombie wound continues to fester. She does have a movement of 5. So here she is on the corner. Excuse me, disease token. And I want to get her. I want to get her through the door. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stick her here for 5. Is that what I want to do? Because see, I have this lovely little fire flask. And it's considered a ranged attack. The problem is that leaves me way back here. So if I ever do want to step up and take a whack, I'm going to have to move. But that's okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. So that was her first. She's going to move. The second thing she's going to do is throw her fire flask. Now, this little dragon has the shadow ability. And that means if we try to attack adjacent to the monster, we have to roll a surge or it's an automatic miss. Okay? But she's not adjacent. It has a blast effect that might trigger, but she's not adjacent, so it won't happen, but that's okay. I'm just going for, hopefully, the long distance hit here. So she rolls 2, and this horrible little monster gets 2 gray defense die. Ouch. Okay, maybe she can sneak something through here. Come on, Ash. Whoops. Reroll that one. There we go. Okay. Let me see what we got. Ugh. Really? 2 shields. That's a bummer. We did trigger blast. It doesn't really help us, however. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I missed my disease roll, which means I have to take another hit because I don't have any surge to give, so I'm down to 7. Okay, so he has 2 shields. That's a pain. She rolled a surge, which would trigger a blast. However, I don't want to, so I'm just going to take that back as a fatigue token because we all know she needs one here. She's got to get rid of this disease. Okay, and 3 hearts, so only 1 heart will get through. All right, well, we're 1 of 9 on this little shadow monster. Maybe I'll just stick him up here to remind me. All right, so that was her whole turn. That was her whole turn. Flip this card. Okay, she's done. Who next? I guess maybe we'll pull up the widow next. All right, we are going to go for the widow. Oops, sorry, Ash. Your disease follows you. And the widow has our highest knowledge, so she's going to be our token searcher. So let's get her in position. She only moves 4. Right, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to make sure she stays ranged. Yes, she is. And let's see what she can do with her arcane bolt, blue and yellow, versus 2 gray. All right, here we go. Oh man, that is just a lot of defense coming down the pike. Okay, no surges, no surges. We made our range. We needed a range of 2, so we have it. We have 3 hearts. Only 1 heart is going to get through. Okay, I think I'm gonna use her ability. I'm gonna re-roll this because I really want that. I really want. If I can get that surge. If I can get that surge. Should I be greedy? Let's do it. Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. Okay, she's gonna re-roll. Ah, yes. See, being greedy pays. All right. So I have my 3 hearts. Okay, so this is gonna cancel these 2. So I'm just gonna pull them off the board so I don't get confused, and I made my surge. So I can suffer fatigue, which I just happen to have, to gain myself 2 hearts. So that means this little dragon has now been hit for 4. Okay, we're whittling it down. Gotta be careful because I don't want to kill it. I know that sounds really weird, right? but I don't want to kill it. I just want to make sure it's really, really wounded. Where are we at? 4? Is that right? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, down to 4. And that leaves, of course, Cindril. Now, to move or not to move? Oh, wait a minute. I have something sneaky I want to try. Give me a second here. All right, so I'm going to jump over to the loot track for just a second here. And here's why. We're only 1 heart away from triggering a new loot find. All right. And this giant dragon, he takes up 6. Okay. So if we defeat him as it now stands, we'll register 1 of those hearts and we're going to lose the other 5. They're just going to be lost to us because we're going to reset and you lose anything over, right? Don't want to do that. That would be a real bummer. Now, the rules state, and this is in tiny fine print, and I didn't understand why, but now I think I do. Any item you found from a search, all right, doesn't count for the loot cards. This only counts for search items. During your hero's turn, you can take the item you found, so long as you haven't used it, and flip it over as if it's been used, okay? So basically you just discard it from the game. And you're allowed to raise the loot, let's see, what does it say? He adds 2 damage tokens to the loot track, okay? So by flipping over a search card, I could raise this up 2. It would only go up 1, but it would trigger my loot and it would reset. So that when we do kill that dragon, I'm planning ahead, I'm assuming I'm going to survive this, it'll shoot straight up the loot chart and we'll get another loot. I think this is to, because you can't sell these, right? Even though they have a sell value, this is a single scenario. So really, these cards kind of become a little bit useless if you don't use them. And I think to give them a little added value, they let you flip them and get a much, hopefully, we're going to find out, better loot item. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. Cindril picked up this health potion. I'm going to chuck it. We have a healer with us. If she ever fixes her diseased self, she should be able to heal us. So I'm going to turn it over face down, and I'm going to raise my loot up 2, which is only 1. And let's do this. Send this back to 0. Put this back to 1 and grab 2 loot cards and hopefully get something good. Something good. Oh, really? Leather armor? Ah, that sucks. Leather armor. Ooh. Hello, a sunburst. Okay, so this is a range attack. It comes with a stun ability and an add 2 heart ability. Oh yeah. I know what I'm keeping. Leather armor, you're heading to the bottom of the pile. Sunburst, please. Ooh, I'm tempted to give this to Cindril. That would give her a range attack. Okay. Let me figure out who the lucky lady is who's going to pick this up. All right, I'm going to give this to Cindril, only because this darn Shadow Dragon has that shadow ability, which makes him really hard to hit if you're standing right next to him. I'm not going to equip this though right now. I'm going to keep her on her blade. I'm going to give her 2 whacks here, just see if I can get lucky rolling some surges. But I want this, I just have a feeling, man, I just got a bad feeling. Okay, so I'm not going to equip it, but I am going to give it to her. So let's just turn it that way. I don't think. Yeah, let's just try this. The other reason I don't want her to move is, remember, her ability says that if she holds still, she can recover 2 fatigue. Okay, and I would really like her to do that if at all possible. So I am going to just try and wallop this dragon here, this shadow dragon. Even though I'm going to stand next to it, I'm going to have to do some fancy rolling. So wish me luck. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, and I really need a surge. Oh, we got it. Okay, we got our surge. We got a bunch of hearts, and we got a bunch of shields. All right. So normally I would use my surge to make them reroll their shields, but I'm using that surge to get through its shadow ability. So, bummer, nothing else I can do. I will get through, however, 2 hearts, 2 shields. I'll get through 1. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. Beggars can't be choosers, right? Okay, so let's just replace this with a 5. It's getting kind of messy back here. Okay, the 5 is up. Okay, we're going to take 1 more hit. We're going to do the same thing again. Just keep doing what you're doing, Cinderella. Make me proud. Oh, wow, not proud. Definitely not proud. Okay, a total, complete, disastrous miss. That's all right, that's all right. I don't want to kill this thing too fast, okay? But she will get back her 2 fatigue. Okay, that's all we can do. That's the end of our turn. So that means we are going to activate card text, okay? We're going to do what it says here for trash heap. Let me see if I can get it up here without knocking over everybody. Okay, oh no, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so this dragon's going to start with +3 hit next turn. Oh, that sucks. I should have searched some of these tokens. Darn it. Okay. If there's no search token, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Did all that. We're doing this. So we're going to add another fatigue to the timer. The timer, of course, is set at 2. We just hit it. So we're going to advanced fate by 1. We're going to click it down on. We're okay so far, because remember, if we can get these tokens off before we kill this darn shadow dragon, we're going to be able to refresh fate. So now, because this text activated, we're going to remove both of these tokens and keep playing with this as the active encounter card. Does that make sense? All right, so this one isn't going to go away. We're just going to keep playing it. We are, however, on the monster's turn. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Oh, please, don't use your fire breath. That would really suck. Okay, Shadow Dragons, here we go. Engage the hero who has the lowest remaining health. Alright. Engage the hero who has the lowest remaining health. That would be Ash. She's sitting at only 7. So our little monster is going to shrink down. Shunk. Stick him here. And he's going to move. I guess he's just really just going to scoot over 1 and kind of turn. Like this. I know he's looking the wrong way, but trust me, he's going to shoot her. Oh, I guess I can do this. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. It's all thematic. So I had a quick rules check too, because I was a little curious about this. And it seems to me the standing call, and again, people, if you play Descent, correct me if I'm wrong, if a monster is on a search token, you can still search it if you're adjacent, all right? Having a figure on the search token doesn't stop you from searching. So if this dragon were to be sitting on top of all 3 of these, we would still be able to search them. You just have to rummage around next to the dragon to do it. It doesn't sound like a good idea, but, you know, when needs must. All right, we've engaged the lowest hero. Attack the adjacent hero who has the lowest remaining health. That would be poor little Ash. Oh, dear, this could get ugly fast because Ash, oh man. All right, let me cycle through my little cards here. Remember, this dragon is going to hit with a base of 3, okay? And Ash is not, yeah, that's what I thought. She doesn't have her shield on her right now. She was powered up with her, oh, darn it, her battle axe. That was a bad call on my part. All right. Guess I can refresh this. Yeah, she used that flask, her battle axe. So she's got nothing. She got nothing to protect her except her wits. Good luck, little Ash. That's okay. I should review the rules of what happens when you get knocked down anyway. All right, little monster. Do your worst. A black and a blue and 1 gray, and he's definitely hitting her for 3, no matter what. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh, 3. Wow, 3 shields. Nicely done. Okay. Oh dear, fire breath. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. So 3 shields will block his 3 hits because of the search token. And then 3 hearts, however, will go through, taking her to 6, 5, 4. Ow. Okay. Plus a surge. Wow. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it would be Fire Breath. Isn't that right if you do it in order? Darn it, darn it, darn it. Even if it is an additional 2 hearts, man, that would hurt as well. But I think Fire Breath is actually nastier. Seems like you would, you know, do the worst thing possible, especially if you're pretending you're an overlord. Okay, so what do we do here? My little rules. Okay, range special. The monster spends surges on special abilities, only when it will have an effect. Okay. Pierce and last on damage. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna shoot his Fire Breath. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Fire Breath. Starting with the target space. All right, here. Trace a path of 4 spaces in any direction. Well, 1, 2, yep. 1, 2, 3, yep. We're all within 4. All figures on this path are affected by this attack, but each figure rolls defense dice separately. Oh, are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding me. Oh, you're not kidding me. Okay, so this attack here is actually going to hit both of these guys. All right. Fabulous. Fabulous. These dragons are nasty. All right, so let's see. What has the Widow got? She has a single defense die. She has her ghost armor. So if she spends a fatigue, she can add 1 shield to her roll. She's going to need it here. All right, let's see. Okay. 2. She is going to spend her remaining fatigue token. Use her ghost armor. So that's going to give her 3 shields, right? And that's going to be taken just by these search tokens. So she will also have 3 points of damage get through. So she's at a 9, 8, 7. She's down to a 6. Whoa, we're not looking so hot, are we? All right, Cinderella, what have you got? Oh, you got your shield on. Oh, good girl. Okay, good girl, good girl. Okay. All right, let's see what you can do. Oh, even better, Cinderella. All right, let's do it. Let's exhaust this shield and add 1 to our defense. So we have a defense of 4, 3 of them from the search tokens here. We'll cancel 1 of these, so she'll only take a hit of 2, taking her down to 7. Okay, so our stats right now are Ash is at the worst, who is not only down to 4 hit points, but she's still diseased. Widow sitting at 6, and Cinderella is at 7. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that health potion. We need a rally here, people. We need a rally. All right. Is there anything else you're going to do? Okay, if this monster... Oh, are you kidding me? Attack the adjacent... Okay, phew. Okay, sorry. I was reading the wrong text. Reading the wrong text. It's just a shadow dragon. All right, we've engaged him. Back to us. Back to us. And we need to get rid of some of these search tokens. That was a mistake on my part. I should have taken out a couple of these. I probably should have had the Widow search instead of land a couple of hits on this dragon. That was my bad. Okay. Who to start with? All right, let me think.